Right. Jesus, there we go. Finally. Hello, one and all. And welcome. Welcome to what is hopefully going to be a more of a regular occurrence, as I realised that I was really loud. Yeah, more of a regular occurrence. This is the inaugural tournament. Now, we did have some fancy tournament name, but I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot it, so I just put inaugural tournament because it's the first one. And yes, we are heading straight into the grand finals of sorts. I believe it's going to be a best of 3. Just purely due to time and people being busy, which is completely and utterly understandable. So yeah, I probably should turn the music down a little bit, shouldn't I, as I'm talking. But yeah, welcome one and all. The names are a little bit outdated as well, we do need to get them updated, but it's okay. Going to let them know that they can go when ready, because I am ready and I am pumped. Or I need to announce it. That's what I need to do. I knew I was forgetting something. I need to announce it. There's a stream live. Yeah. Yeah, I'm adding 100 people. So we're now just waiting for. So if I am not mistaken, girl are on the red side first, which means that I have got them completely the wrong way around. Which means that I need to do. The Atomika Grand Final. Yeah, it is the Atomika Grand Finals. Hell yeah. That is what I need to do that. So, oh wait, shit, what have I done? Why are they swapped? Why are they linked together? What? Oh, I'm confusion, bro. Oh shit, we're in ban phase. Right, okay. Just... We'll transition it. There you go. Oh, wait, no. It's not showing draft because I'm an idiot. You know that moment when you thought you had everything ready to go and you don't? Okay, give me a sec, because we've got literally all I have to do is this. If it will allow me to show it. Why is it not allowing me to show it? I saw it. There we go. And we move that to make it a bit bigger. We transition again. Oh, my mic kind of low. Oh, thank you. There you go. So we're going to get into draft phase here. Darkshroud on the blue side, girl on the red side. We've got the 100% Soraka pick ban rate coming through with the 3rd ban from Darkshroud. Just going to give a quick rundown of the bans because I was very, very late. Yone, Syndra and Soraka have been banned from the side of Darkshroud, and girl have banned Malzahar, Ezreal and Diana, so I'm going to assume that that is something to do with that. Darkshroud first picking the Aurelion Sol, blind picking the mid laner. That's an interesting decision. Darkshroud's mid laner must be extremely confident on this Aurelion Sol pick. Girl answering back with the world-renowned carry duo of Twitch and Lulu. Obviously, Twitch can go into the hands of the AD carry or into the hands of the jungler, either or. And Darkshroud respond with a Jhin Zyra pick. Now, interesting to note about Zyra, the new Zyra changes. I'm not 100% on what they did. They just did something. And now she's been picked or banned all the time. So, I believe it was something to do with cast, where you walking into range and dying, you just cast it as soon as you can. I believe that was kind of like a quality of life change, and the plant's health and everything has changed. So the entire champion has pretty much changed in alignment with the new skin that's been released. Shyvana was the response by Girl. That is world renowned that ONeill is going to pilot that Shyvana. I don't think there's much else, as Girl have missed a ban, so we're going to check if we're going to check if that is meant to be anything. As Darkshroud are going to ask as well. As Kindred is looking like it's going to be the ban. Oh, but they have chosen not to ban anything. There we go. Luckily, I had Discord muted for that.
How are you doing?
Oh, God.
Yeah, sorry, I'm win. Right, where are we?
We're up to... Oh, wait, I should probably stream the screen, shouldn't I? As well. There you go. We're up to here with the ban phase, and the Hecarim has been banned as well. And we're going to see what Darkshroud are going to respond. Joe was Prona for this. Preston! And Cassiopeia is going to be banned away as well. So, Ollie, I'm going to have to add you to the caster list as well. I've got a lot to change now.
Yippee!
Yippee!
Right, what are we thinking so far then?
Well, Rel has been locked in for Girl. That means that...
It's not wrong.
Oh, it's Rungle. It's
exactly.
Rungle. It has to
I can't wait to see this absolutely fucking run the entire map like it should.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, what else is it going to be picked for? That's the real question. Like,
unless we're seeing the, I don't know, maybe a Preston special, whip it out in mid just for the reason, just because it can.
True.
I wouldn't put it past it.
That is true. Yeah, you are correct. That could happen. As Garen and Kane are the answers into Rel, apparently. So Darkshroud looking to go more for the scaling than they are really the early game, which is
very much just looking for the team fight with that comp. I feel like just kind of hoping for Asol Kane to kind of run it late.
And Samir, what? There's no way it's Twitch Lulu mid jungle.
Right, I'm gonna theorize here. I'm gonna say top mirror, Twitch jungle, Shyvana mid, ADC Lulu, Rel support.
That machine gun
is my
Lulu.
hot take. Yeah.
Machine gun Lulu would work, and I agree with that. And I hope that's the case.
But more than likely, it's gonna be Twitch Rel bot, Samira. Lulu probably. I feel like that's a Preston champion.
Preston's just forced on the Lulu. Brain AFK in draft and can go AFK in game on Lulu. He says after I shouldn't speak after the last time I played Lulu actually. I could not. It was a ruffian.
We'll not discuss our match histories.
No, don't look at my match history, please, guys.
It's not looking good for AFK next split. That's what I have to say.
So true, it is not looking good at all. As we're now just waiting for teams to lock in and get us into the game. I think it's gonna be Rel jungle, Samira blue, Samira Twitch. No, not Samira. Lulu Twitch bot and Samira mid.
There's been so many times where I have been playing against Arvid, and he has just absolutely dunked on me with a Twitch jungle.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's very much a champion he likes playing, specifically there. I would not be surprised if he whipped it out there today.
Yeah, and then that leaves us as well, where does the Rel and Lulu go? You know?
I'd say Lulu mid, Rel support in that case.
Yeah.
You have Samira Rel, it's a really strong lane combo, you can definitely play through that early. Give you a bit of a wink on.
Especially against Jhin Zyra. I mean, picking Zyra, if you're not getting anything done within the first 5 minutes of the game, I think the champ is not very good.
I mean, I am a proud and loud Zyra hater. That champion fucking stinks. Do not ever pick it in my game. And just off that alone, I'm giving this one to Girl.
Speaking of, I should do a poll, shouldn't I? /poll. Can I do that on my phone? I don't know if I can.
I have no idea, Chief.
Let me do this. /poll. Who will win? Okay. Who will win? DSK or Girl? And we're not doing any. We're not doing any channel points betting here. Just to get the chat's opinion on who they think will win after this draft. Personally, I think I'm with you. I think Girl will win this game.
Really, the only way I can see this being winnable for DSK with their draft is if they can get a really nice early invade on the Twitch, because Twitch jungle's biggest weakness is probably his first clear. So if the Kane can hop in on the first clear, disrupt it, and just kind of ruin the flow of enemy jungle's game, then maybe they can look to get the game to late where they'll be able to just run it with ASOL. But
that is an interesting point that you do bring up about the invading of the Twitch on the first clear. Is that also as well, if you look at Darkshroud's draft, really they've only got one pushing lane, and that's the Garen into Shyvana. Because I don't see how Shyvana really early can match the Garen press E and spin.
I don't know too much about the top matchups, but I very much feel like it's probably Garen favoured.
Yeah, and when you pick someone like Jhin Zyra, especially into Rel Samira, I don't think that they're going to get that good a push. And ASOL early just stinks. Like, the character sucks early. Like, he's just bad.
The only saving grace for that, I suppose, is you are in against the Lulu.
Yeah.
So you've got a bit more maneuverability. But also, I know for a fact that this Twitch is popping up level 2 and killing this ASOL.
Oh,
it's gonna happen.
It could even happen, you know. Yeah, good luck to both teams. That is right, extra flavour. Good luck to both teams indeed. But yeah, you know, and as well with the Lulu pick as well, you know, you're looking more that they're not playing for the lane, they're playing for the jungler.
Yeah.
And that 100%. If the Kane does invade, well, Lulu's just gonna zoom straight off. Yeah, zoom straight off of this Twitch.
That's what you'd like to see.
It is what you would like to see.
But I don't know, just this bot lane matchup with DSK really just... I feel like against any other team this can maybe work, because they're not going to be as aggressive in the bot lane, but like Zoe and Zab are just going to jump on you, and it's going to make this matchup so difficult for them to play into.
Yeah, absolutely agree. It is a ridiculously hard matchup. And we are going to get into the game soon. Is it still streaming on Discord for you?
Yeah.
Okay, good. And hopefully we're loading soon. Because I am stuck on 0%, and I'm not going to lie, that does not make me happy.
Let's chill. More time to get to listen to us talking.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, shut up now.
Yeah, that's right. Do shut up. Okay, and I will get it transitioned over now. Boom, and as we head into game number 1, I think I've got it the right way around. I have indeed. We will see. I need to get the esports timers again. That's the first thing that I noticed. Second thing that I noticed is Likiem's runes.
30 seconds until
Dark Harvest Djinn into this matchup. I'm not a biggest fan.
Well, I mean, I suppose it just means he's playing more than likely lethality with that setup, which I don't know. I can't say I play it much since the nerfs it got like a fucking season ago. But I don't know. Maybe they're not the most tanky on Girl, I suppose. Like, you're gonna have a Bruiser top, squishy jungle mid AD. maybe it's okay. Or maybe he just wants that little bit of bonus confirmed damage in trades.
In the trades, yeah. I think as well, it's kind of okay into this team where you have the Twitch who is going to be the focus, is going to be the hyper carry. Samira is sort of the backup carry. You know, you do see it a lot in these LEC teams, and I'm not trying to say that Girl are trying to be an LEC team. I'm just saying that the double AD carry competition.
Girl 2 in our league.
Girl 2. They could be looking at these kinds of double AD carry compositions where, okay, you've got rid of one of our carries, but we'll just stack it onto the next. Yeah, no route for the Zyra, but it's going to slow with the plants. So it's going to take a little bit of poke damage, but trading off a ward for that. And here we do see it on the minimap. I don't know why the camera is not going to pan us to mid as Twitch.
There we go.
Twitch ganks level 2. Directed camera.
Pocket cat, let's go.
Pocket cat stonks going up.
I just know because one of our games a few seasons ago when I was playing mid lane did the exact same thing with these exact same 2 champions to me.
As we do see yeah, indeed, forcing out Zab's flash as Zoe did miss the QW engage, but it doesn't matter. That was a very nice hover by JungGapp on the level 2. As Zoe is going to get rooted up. There is the Dark Harvest, forcing out the flash from the Rel, as Zab is now going to take a very, very lit trade.
Not a big fan of this by the Kane, though.
Yeah, the exhaust is going to come through, but it doesn't even matter, as Zabator is going to pick up the first blood. Twitch is going to manage to escape from the Kane as well. And this is really a terrible start for this Kane.
Very, very split focus by DSK there. You can see that they're wanting to turn on the...
Oh, that is a brilliant crash down. Yeah, it absolutely is. Oh, never mind. Likiem's going to pick up the kill.
It's winnable. It's winnable. Never mind. I'm on the DSK hype train. Let's go, boys.
DSK hype train has been reconducted as Zoe is going to try his best to leash this wave, but it is executed. But that's worth.
It's worth. Look at where that wave is held now.
Yeah, I mean, just look at this. Look at this wave as well. I know that we're focusing quite a lot on bot lane, but it's because we're both bot laners. Leave us alone.
Saying if my support does that for me, he's getting kisses on the cheek after the game.
The biggest of kisses. I got my headphones stuck.
Really interesting though to look at both jungles in this game, I think, because both are just gonna feel mega useless for the first few minutes of the game because of how it's ran. I feel like the Kane kind of got dragged into copying how Twitch was playing it, in that he saw the Twitch run for the level 2 gang and kind of thought, I need to affect the map somehow, and it just kind of put him, unfortunately, sort of even behind where he could have been massively ahead had he just kept on with his clear.
Yeah, absolutely. The pressure of attempting to match, especially a Twitch jungle, like, you know, you don't want this Twitch to start snowballing, you don't want him to start snowballing these lanes. And we do see the Lost Chapter come out from the Lulu, so is this going to be a very aggressive Lulu that we see from Preston?
I suppose, since it's going to be the AD Twitch, it might be more like a hybrid AP Lulu, sorry, so like Everfrost, maybe like something to help boost the Twitch. I'm not too sure. Definitely lacking in the AP department though, so it might just be to kind of make up for that.
Yeah, Zoe's gonna dash in with the crash down. Not gonna get much off it though. Gonna manage to get a stun, and that's it. As the deadly flourish from Likiem, it's gonna miss us. We see Twitch now sneaking in. Oh, Zyra has no idea. The stun's gonna miss. Doesn't even matter. As you said, excellent from...
Just wanders up, hits him with a remount. What can you do there, to be honest? You've got no flash from the earlier fight still, it's just kind of sold, unfortunately.
Yeah, and the...
Really nice map.
Yeah, extremely nice map movement. Twitch is going to appear again in the mid lane.
This is just how he's going to play the entire game, just pop up, a little bit of harassment, go back to taking the camp or two.
And then do the exact same. And the negatives of this Zyra really coming in. You see, you know, Level 3, already down, experience is going to feel...
Fortunately, just not able to get the setup in lane that you really need to pull off Zyra. So it's just kind of falling apart bit by bit, play by play.
Yeah, and, you know, as Prona, not as the team Darkshroud, but as Prona specifically, how do you approach this game now from the position that he's in?
I think you just kind of accept that you can't really do your primary job of poking your opponents out of the lane, and you just kind of have to play for it like, okay, I'm going to rush my Rylai's, and I'm just going to play the setup for the ASOL, for the DK, and hope for the best. Maybe look to move mid, see if you can help the ASOL a bit.
Yeah, I think the movements mid, I think, are going to be the key here, like you picked up on. You know, you're watching this wave go right now. I think Prona should try to be walk up, place a plant or two with his W, bring them up, get that shove, force this wave to try and bounce back, do something or anything to try and help your Jhin.
You see that at this point, it's kind of difficult to actually be aggressive in lane. The Samira's starting to snowball, you just kind of have to accept the slow bleed, move up to your mid lane, just help them out, focus on the other win-cons.
Yeah, you see Shyvana doing quite well into this as Trollzoe is going to manage to bait out the ghost here as the Deadly Flourish is going to land. Going to tank up a little bit of damage, but he's going to play into the bush to stop any minion aggro. As that's a lot more damage than Zuri was probably thinking. As the remounts coming in, there's the root, but a lot more damage than Zuri was probably expecting from the Dark Harvest Jhin.
Wind wall by the Samira there. Just block out a little extra bit of damage, but couldn't finalise the kill onto Bro.
Yeah, and using the heal as well, obviously, to make sure that the Rel 100% survived again. As there's W gonna go down, and it's...
We're back again. Rat in the mid lane.
The rat appears and does not let you breathe. Zab is now gonna look to go in here. It's gonna land on the Prona. Prona's not gonna land the root thanks to the... And there's the ultimate that's gonna burn everyone's eyes. As JungGapp is now banned. Oh, that's unlucky. The wild growth coming in to help Jungle win that 1v1. Well, 1v2, I should say. As
it's just falling apart across the map for DSK, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, that was very nice from Zabator, you know, just recognising that Prona was completely out of position compared to Likiem. And it's not nice really to see as like an AD carry that, you know, you're just witnessing your support die over and over again.
Get obliterated one by one. It's tough.
And
I really wish we had replays, but I want to watch that jungle fight again.
Yeah.
Just how clutch Preston's moving was there.
Like we said in the draft screen, the Lulu is doing what the Lulu does best. Sacks the wave, moves for the jungler, ensures that the jungler does not fall behind. And like you've said, the Everfrost coming in, that's it's going to make it even more difficult for Darkshroud.
Now, if he builds an Ardent Sensor next, I need PC checking. Like,
it's the correct build. As ONeill's going to get engaged upon here with KrispRat.
Bush Garen running out.
Yeah, Zoe hit. He's got to use, and that's a fantastic crash.
Damage Zoe with just, I don't know, insane roam timings. He's just there.
Yes.
Keeps his top laner alive, frankly.
And the best part about it is that you'll never see this in solo queue, the jungler hovering the AD carry. As ONeill is now going to look potentially for a kill here, but he is going to land on top of KrispRat.
There we go. Surely it's for solo bolo.
No, it's not. Oh. No E, I think. He was using normal form. As the Twitch now just needs one more auto attack, I think, to confirm that kill.
I feel like this bot lane with Collector's complete on Samira, she's just going to be snowballing to all hell of this game.
Yeah, nothing that Darkshroud can do as well. You have 4 squishies because, yeah, the Kane's going to go red Kane, but has he really done any ganks onto anyone that can give him red form? No. Oh, that was disgusting. Oh no, never mind, okay. Big TP, though, from KrispRat. He's going to pick up 2 kills. Not for himself, but he's going to confirm 2 kills there. as
Okay,
JungGapp.
DSK making some moves on the map. This is what you like to see in this game state like this, not just kind of rolling over and dying. It's a solo kill in the top lane. Oh,
Yeah, force the
let's
flash.
play the flash.
That's big.
Don't know if that was necessary. I'm not too sure what the Q was. Like a couple seconds more.
Oh, Preston just solo kill.
It's off my screen.
Oh my god, and the Darling as well. It's just all falling apart for Darkshroud in the mid lane. As Jungle is now here, or the Twitch, the rat, the little mouse is there. And just constantly all over the map. Arvid having the game of his life on this Twitch, as Zab potentially is going to trade auto attack for auto attack. There's the deadly force, he's going to land. He's going to go. Yeah, and JungGapp is caught out on a ward, and there's the E. Gonna pick up the solo kill. Oh, and that's a stun crash down by Zoe. He's gonna use the ultimate actually. And that's actually a very nice ultimate from the Zyra to.
Very nice disengage.
Yeah, big disengage there by Prona, and also forced out the heal from Zab. I think Zab thought he could kill, and then the airborne struck.
Maybe, yeah, the catch.
Yeah, but almost 2,500 gold down. The girl is Darkshroud. Not too bad.
It could be worse, considering how some of this game has gone and how plays have looked. It could be a lot worse for Darkshroud, I feel.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It could be a hell of a lot worse for Darkshroud. So,
flashing right through Zoe.
Oh, that was just incredible. I look away for 1 second.
Excellent awareness by Zoe to notice he has the remove the flash there.
Yeah, that is just extremely solid supporting. As that is very smart positioning by the Twitch, and again is forcing out this. I don't know what the name of the ability is, but he's gonna go flying, forcing it out. And now no real safety lane.
Nice move into the dragon here if you want to take it. Mid lane's blasted out. She's going to take it for free.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you said during the draft, you know, Darkshroud, they have the team fights to look forward to, but realistically, a 6-2 and Monster Mirror.
Not able to get there.
Yeah. And as well, I mean, how are you going to team fight against a 6-2 Monster Mirror, who, by the way, has already nearly a BF sword in their pocket?
Yeah, looking at the gold, that's what going to be collected boots and at least one component of whatever next item is.
You would assume it would be the. They did remove the interaction from the Dustblade, so it will be interesting to see.
I do see people still building the Dustblade purely just because of how the lethality allows you to snowball that much quicker.
I could see that being the case.
You can take the guaranteed almost damage of the IE, or you can just go for the burst and just keep on abusing your lane opponent while you still can with the Dustblade.
And I think that girls should really choose the latter there, because the more that they can get Prona and Likiem behind, the less tools that Darkshroud will have in these team fights. As Jungle is going to just pick up JungGapp here, flash over, it's going to accidentally alter the Krug, but will it matter?
I wasn't going to say it.
No, it will matter, because he's not getting enough damage down.
Gets out almost about 100 HP, but yeah, extended fight still the girl.
Yeah, absolutely. As the Aurelian Soul is coming in, Zab is caught. Yeah, Zabator caught on the back there. Asol coming in clutch as Prona is going to fall thanks to Twitch in stealth, and he's just going to stealth up again thanks to the reset on kill. As Likiem is going to run after the Twitch, but it's not going to be enough as Darkshroud picked themselves up 3 kills in this extended fight for Prona.
Resounding win. Honestly, I think that fight just went a little bit too long for Girl there. Gave them enough time for Darkshroud to really pull the mid laner down and actually get the fight going how they wanted it to.
It was just
already blown.
It was just clean, clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you did there. Is Arvid really playing around with this stealth as ONeill is going to rotate to the mid lane, pick up this mid turret. You have to feel, even with JungGapp there, the minions.
I have to feel watching ONeill play this game so far. I want to say cool very fast.
Yeah, as that.
I think he's playing this side very well, getting pushed down, just getting himself moved around the map, chilling.
I mean, you know, was it KrispRat was forced out of the lane. I believe that he started to try and rotate towards the fight, and then ONeill just absolutely hard punished that by continually pushing in that top lane, getting that tower, and then rotating to mid and punishing Middlesticks for roaming. I mean, what can you do? You're getting
gives Gilbert 2 tower lead, so it does really even out the fight in the bot lane just. Which is obviously a nice shining light of light for Girl after what was a disaster of a team fight.
Yeah, absolutely. As the Farsight alteration is going to pick up the fact that Zab and Zoe were waiting in that bush. And ONeill now going to look potentially to take the fight with KrispRat. There's no E's on cooldown for the Garen, so this is probably his best opportunity to take this fight. The first attack is going to come in. It's a relatively even trade. As JungGapp is going to pop down the Rift Herald. It feels very forced because there's not really much on the map that they're playing for. A minute and 35 until Mountain. I would like to see...
No real objectives on the map, it's just kind of... I guess we can, so we should sort of...
But honestly, to me, I feel like if you hold on to that for an extra 30 seconds, pop that down in the top side, and then try and push it in, you will 100%, especially with the wave crashing in, you will force potentially Preston to
very aggressive by
KrispRat
here,
flashing
onto the Shyvana.
Yeah, very interesting there. Not enough for the kill.
Unfortunately, she just disengages with BR and dips.
Just runs. Well, just flies, sorry, really. But
unfortunately, I think pulled the trigger a little too early. Well, Ken's just got too far away.
Oh, that's a big engage.
By Zoe into the flash down.
Yeah, absolutely, and Zoe's actually going to go down thanks to the Prona's ultimate.
Wrong about Zyra, you know. Massive by Prona there.
Yeah, and Zab is gonna... he's gonna survive, but Middlesticks just gonna come in.
Does run it up.
Yeah, there's the double kill. But Preston is gonna come in with the double kill. Why is it taking us to top side? Because the tower's going down. But in the end, nothing much. But ONeill
might be a solo kill here.
Flash away. Smart decision, I think. Really, you don't really want to flash away and walk up.
Walks back.
Interesting.
Unfortunate there. I think he thought he was a bit more above the threshold of being executed.
Yeah, as Preston
forced to blow the ult in mid 1v1 with the Jin.
Bro went for a comically large Lulu and it didn't work. As the Dark Harvest, should we see how many Dark Harvest stacks this Jin's got? This Jin's on 8 Dark Harvest stacks.
Okay, let's scale.
Yeah, 8 Dark Harvest stacks. But it feels like Likiem has activated this Dark Harvest a lot more than what he has. Definitely feels a bit underwhelming so far, this Dark Harvest Jin, because especially considering he's not going a lethality build, he is going the crit Jin. I feel
like probably a Gale Force build.
I think the fleet would have just been better.
Yeah, it just synergizes so much better. It gives you so much more movement around. It's just a lot more survivability, really. Just kind of ducking and weaving around.
Here's where 30 minutes later we get completely like
it's
got to like
drop
one shot.
300 damage, Dark Harvest stuff.
Yeah, and
even better, I think personally, playing Jin, you're one of the least mobile champions in the role. Just having that little bit extra move speed on attack, it just feels so much.
Must admit, Middlesticks performing extremely well there. Lost his mid tower, recognised that he'd lost the mid tower, and thought, you know what, I'm going to help our bot lane shove in and stop Girl from exerting this pressure in the bot side.
It's a fast spinning guy.
Yeah, very fast.
He's getting busy.
He ain't doing it. He ain't getting dizzy for some reason. As JungGapp forced to use the smite to stop ONeill from stealing that blue buff as KrispRat. Yeah, he's just going to fall for that as well as Zoe. Extremely good roam timing, and that is a brilliant wild growth from the Lulu. And Arvid, sorry, he's just going to flash over the wall and auto this Aurelion Soul down to death.
Nah, this Preston guy needs PC checking.
Insane player as the flash forward from Prona. It's not going to allow the root to go down thanks to the whirlwind, or the wind wall, as the Jin, well, he was over there.
I feel like we really see issues with Zyra as a support champion. Like, let's just be real, if we're playing another champion like Alistair, Nautilus, that Smear is dead 9 times out of 10. I don't think there's anything she can really do when she's overextended like that in the lane. She just 100% dies.
I mean, even with just a different enchanter support, you know, you can't get the Lulu. Janna, even. That, I think,
Like,
even then,
Jin
7.
goes and enchanter and throw a brick through the
But do you not agree that, you know, if they're playing Janna or if they're playing, you know, 7 times out of 10, not 9 times out of 10, because obviously the engagement with Jin is a lot better. But as I think Middlesticks is actually going to die there to the poison potentially. Will he die?
Although with the ratios, maybe not.
No! Oh, he survives on
HP's
25.
25.
Oh, if I was Arvid, there will be tickets to Riot straight away.
Why did you nerf switches that took poison damage, you rat bastards?
As Prona is going to fall, but JungGapp is potentially going to look for... Oh, no, he's not. The Wild Growth. This Preston guy needs his PC checking. I agree from now on.
Has been really rough for JungGapp this game.
I think it all stemmed from, as you said before, the pressure that he felt to match this Twitch, the pressure that this Twitch is exerting on the map. If he just focused on his first clear, getting that first item, even just spam ganking the Shyvana, just to get that red form a little bit earlier, then this game would have been different.
Another thing I would like to bring up, I'm not a big fan of red form this game.
For what, 3 squishies, 2 tanky members?
Yeah, I just feel like with the Twitch and the Lulu who are gonna 100% be the priority targets, you have enough damage in Jin, Heroic Soul, where you can just think, okay, I'm gonna Shadow Assassin, and these are, one of these two is going to be.
Oh my lord, the shield just soaked up the entire giant sword from the sky from Garen, and Middlesticks now is going to die to the Twitch, and ONeill just doesn't care about his team, he's just still split pushing. And that is how girls generate quite a lot of their advantages. We do sit here and we laugh, but in the end, it is how girls generate a lot of their advantages. As Zoe condemns Zabator to death by getting out of the way of that Jin 4th shot, as now it's the Twitch everything black montage. We see him with the Lulu as Likiem and Prona forced to run away. Only 1 kill after he activated the music. Maybe another now as the Flash Gale Force comes through. Not enough for the kill. But KrispRat is in up. The route onto the Twitch. The Twitch is dead. I mean, did we change the name of the song now to Everything Grey?
I think we might have to after that one. That was an unfortunate bit of overstay there by Arvid. Unfortunately led to him being taken down, shot down, headed over to Garen.
Which, I must admit, I'm not the great fan of, because he's built Hullbreaker second.
Yeah, I'm kind of happy with that if I'm girl. It could have gone on to the Jin, could have been a lot worse. Also, it could have been better, it could have gone on to the Zyra, but I think you're okay with it going on to Garen.
Yeah, and the Kiem's second. There's nothing you can do. No Gale Force, no nothing. Broken up.
If you just look at the bot side jungle for DSK, you just see that they really can't see anything in there. It's basically completely dark.
I mean,
that
is what Darkshroud is saying. I mean, yeah, Jin can't walk there. It's ridiculous. There's Zabator now.
Like JungGapp going to fall into it as well.
Yeah, there's the route with the Everfrost, but he does get the airborne and the ulti off. Does buy himself a lot of time, and Zoe's going to crash down a little bit early. But in the end, it's actually amazing because it catches out Middlesticks. He was on vision.
Unfortunately, the team got baited in thinking that the Kane could run it, this is where I have the issues with the Kane form choice. Unfortunately, it just leaves a lot to be desired against a team comp like this.
Yeah. Because imagine if that was Blue Kane being caught out by the Samira.
If it's Blue Kane, you had Eon 6-second cooldown, you Q your lane, you're alright.
Yeah. You are. Yeah, at first I was a pretty big believer in the Red Cane, and I'm not gonna lie, I do see a lot of value in the Red Cane for the composition that Darkshroud have made. But for the game state that you're currently in. You know, you get to witness the game state the first 5-10 minutes whilst you're getting your form. You should recognise that
the context of how the early game went. Just realising probably not going to be able to get as soundly to that team fight in stage you want. You just have to kind of transition into it.
I mean, and as well, we can also look at the item builds as well for Darkshroud. You know, I really want to pick up on this. The Garen build in the Hullbreaker when your team is really trying to play around this team fight. Why are you picking up an item that's useless when you're around your team? When you want to team fight as a team, you know?
It does make a lot harder to play properly.
Yeah, if you want to split push, then I think a better pick here would have been Yorick. You know, you've got the wave clear in Aurelion Soul, and Jin wouldn't have been the best pick. It would have been something more like Civi, you know, something more wave clear orientated. So this Yorick could have sat in the side lane, matched ONeill.
It's really just looking at I really like the ideas that DSK are having with like what they're drafting for. I think there's just some picks that you swap them out for maybe something a little bit different, something that isn't Zyra. I think it just feels so much better because you can play your early bot lane just so much more with purpose, really.
I mean, I understand why they've gone with the Jhin Zyra, because obviously they saw Twitch Lulu. They thought that was going to...
champion. Get it off my screen.
they thought that it was going to be the Lulu Twitch bot lane, didn't they? Like, that's the only reason why you would optionally pick Zyra into what girl have drafted. If you believe wholeheartedly that this Twitch Lulu is going to the bot lane. However, I don't want to say someone's scouting should be better, but if you look at Arvid's account approximately for 2 microseconds, you know the Twitch is going to the jungle.
Tier 3 right IRL sub. Like, you know what he's playing.
Yeah, like he is just Anton, you know? But again, they thought that it was going to the bot lane. They've tried it out. It's the first game of a best of 3 series, you know, you've always got that 1 game cushion. It would be nice, obviously, if it was best of 5 to be a 2 game cushion, but everything else. We are not actually seeing the value of the blue cane, but it doesn't matter, not blue, sorry, red cane, but it doesn't matter anyway, because Prona is going to get engaged upon and killed, as we were talking about the Zyra pick. Way too squishy to do anything. Built the Liandry's first still, very greedy build on the Zyra. And this is a triple inhib Baron pushing wave.
I feel like it might just all be over here. Zoe just got to look at that 1 engage and I think that's game.
Yeah, no
but
ultimate.
It's possible for DSK to hold on.
Yeah, absolutely, but Gil just going to rotate to this inhibitor that has just respawned. Got a ticket.
Wings open up stealth.
Yeah, oh, forced a flash.
But it's just rip on him.
Everything black. I think rather than us commentating, we should just play everything black as he just unleashes hell on Darkshroud, forcing the Aurelion Soul and the Garen to back to the base, which causes 1 inhibitor turret, well, 1 Nexus turret to go down, sorry, as the Zyra again falls to 10 and 6. Clearly has been identified as the weak point of this competition, as everything grey has now come back. Never mind, the cane is fallen. No real front line for Darkshroud. They're doing their last chance.
Just have to walk it in here.
Yeah, and Middlesticks gonna sit
bit.
in the Nexus.
Really convinced of my girl, honestly. A little bit wobbly in that early fight, about 15 to 20 minutes in, but before and after that, it's just been completely just chilling by them, to be honest. Preston completely on point with the Lulu mid pick. Can't really find much fault in his game here. Definitely my MVP, I think.
Yeah, I would agree. Definitely the MVP. For me as well. I think his rotations and everything about it was just incredible. I think. Okay, yeah, you can say that, you know, Arvid was potentially the MVP because he managed to utilize the resources that was given to him.
Early game was excellent. Just completely threw JungGapp off of his game, unfortunately, and they were able to snowball from there. Honestly, I feel like it could go to any of the bottom side of the map for Go this game. As much as I'd love to give it to ONeill as well, top just wasn't really a factor for either side of this game. So
Yeah.
very much most of the game was for the map's not on the screen, but just the bottom half of the map. I'm sorry,
ONeill. No, obviously,
Split push king.
you can't understate the just how incredible the pressure. I'm trying to think of ways to like say it, but just the amount of pressure that was exerted from ONeill by being just prevalent in those side lanes, forcing Garen to basically go Hullbreaker just to try and deal with the split push. It was one of those where
he played his role excellently, honestly.
Yeah.
Not much to fault in his game at all. Just with how the game went, with Zoe, Perma running at them in the bot side, Preston on the roams, it was just... It's got to go to one of them. I'm sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. And Darkshroud do get side selection. Purely for my own mental sanity, I hope that they pick blue side again. So I don't have to drag 6 emblems or 6 logos around in my OBS. But yeah, MVP. So what we'll do is we'll go for a little break whilst the teams get ready in the lobby for game number 2. Hopefully not the end of the series. Hopefully it's not a swift tour for the grand finals, even though it should be best
Grand
of 5.
finals, the opening match.
Yeah. As Preston got the MVP with 1 vote.
I hope he didn't vote for himself.
No, girl never influenced their polls. But yeah, I completely agree with the 1 voter who voted Preston. No, I agree with the poll that Preston thoroughly deserves MVP. But like you said, you could award
You can make
it to
an
any
argument
of
for
them.
any player.
Yeah, any player on girl. It was very, very
It's a
well
very
played by
strong
girl.
show.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, we will. Oh, what do I want to see? Oh, that's such a good question. Yo, give me a Lissandra support if it doesn't get banned.
I hate you so much. Stop trying to force Lissandra support.
Lissandra support works!
Every single time we play together.
The Lissandra support works. I saw Kasing do it once, therefore it works.
Personally, I want to see Zoe on something like Mumu and just see how insane bot lane snowballs.
Yeah, go Nautilus and just see how fast Darkshroud die. Not saying
Not to take away from Darkshroud at all. I don't want to see the Zyra again. I'm going to put my opinion out there.
You know what? You know what I want to see from.
Dick and balls.
Nah, you know what I want to see from because I believe that Prona is actually. I don't know if they're the same people, but I think Prona is Soleus. He is, yeah. Seraphine. We got dicked on by the Seraphine. I know that's us, but Soleus, Prona's Seraphine,
Was I
like
playing for
enchanted.
that match?
Yeah, I think you were.
I don't know.
Oh, no, I don't
played
think you
like
were.
2 or 3.
I don't think you were. I think we played with a support, with a jungle.
To be honest, that is a good shout though. Like Seraphine as a pick in the bot lane just kind of completely neutralizes what you want to be able to do. So it's like, it really takes away from what Go likes to do, which is just snowball their bot lane, with the fact that more often than not, they just tend to have the better players.
You know what?
They very much abuse that fact.
But
Seraphine would be able to shut that down.
For DSK, I want to see the Garen again. I thought that KrispRat had a really good game on that Garen. I think the item build path could be different, but I think Darkshroud, Garen was incredible. And honestly, if the Aurelian Soul makes it through again.
Yeah, I thought the Soul was also very chill.
I really enjoyed as well Middlesticks when he lost that tier 1 thanks to ONeill rotating down and everything. I really enjoyed that Middlesticks kind of thought, you know what, fuck it, this lane is now over. I'm going to bot lane because Girl are going to try and force this lead, and they're going to try and force the issue. He's going to be there, and he was there for I think two out of 3 or 4 fights that developed.
He will be there no matter what.
Yeah, bro literally said, "I will be there no matter what." Bro dressed up in a suit for the downfall of Girl in that fight.
Unfortunately, weren't quite able to follow through on it, but
Yeah.
honestly, looking at that first game, I have hope on him.
Oh yeah,
Able to pull it through in this game too.
you could
Just got to see what we draft.
Absolutely.
Second I see Zyra again though, it's sold and I'm back on the Girl hype train. That's just how it be.
It's just how it be. Okay, right. Now I will announce the official start of the on-stream break because Prona and Likiem are grabbing a drink. So we will do the same as casters because we are saying a lot of words.
Oh, okay, cool.
So yeah, use this time now. Get a drink, go to the toilet, grab some more food, do whatever you want. We will be back in the next couple minutes to bring you game number 2 for Girl versus Darkshroud.
That's cool and epic. See you in a few minutes, guys.
Well, hello, we are back.
What's up, gangsters?
And we are hopefully going to be... we are hopefully going to be back with, into the draft very soon. Um, okay. Never mind, we're just getting the draft links through now. And I will stream it for you. Draft log. There we go. Just got to make sure that everything's all okay. So we do have confirmation that Darkshroud took blue side again. So thank you very much, Darkshroud, for allowing making me not change.
So much easier.
You make the streaming life so much easier.
I suppose we just wait and see what we get. Any champions from game 1 we think are going to be banned in this here game 2?
Twitch.
Twitch, yeah, I can see that.
Lulu, maybe would get banned.
One of the two I feel like is probably going to be taken away to split up the combo.
I think that the Lulu, because I did notice that the Aurelian Soul pinged the Lulu, saying that clearly that the Lulu believed that the Lulu was the issue. And we're going to transition, go straight into it, because we are into pick a ban. Syndra is the first ban. I'll turn down the draft music, it's a bit loud. Yep. And Girl again banning the Malzahar. We've got to just wait through and see. So Malzahar, obviously a very interesting champion to ban. Believe that the Girl are just more annoyed about the ultimate suppression for 2.5 seconds rather than a champion itself. The Lulu ban, yeah, absolutely. There should be no Twitch ban realistically here because there's nothing really you compare mid.
It is just like the combo that they like to run. I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if to see Armin running it again. It is like
this
very
could be a
much
Soraka ban
he
here.
likes to play. Soraka.
Yeah, because Zoe's obviously very pertinent on the Soraka. No, they believe that Rel is more of an issue as Girl. I think that's a very big respect ban from Girl there. Recognising that the Aurelian Soul.
Had the game just gone a little bit more in DSK's favour, it could have been a complete 1v5 performance, so it's very much nice to see that.
Yeah, absolutely, and
Still like Soraka.
yeah, that was expected because Zoe wants to keep that 100% pick ban rate for Soraka with Girl in the game, as Darkshroud first picked the Pantheon. And Pantheon, unironically, I think, is such an underutilised pick, both in pro play and in play like this. Such a versatile champ. 3-roll flex. You're joking.
4-roll, man.
Is it 4?
Top
oh yeah, top jungle,
mid-support.
mid support.
Run him anywhere.
Yeah, as the Seraphine.
The Seraphine here.
Good. I'm glad that the
nice.
Seraphine's been locked in. As the Kindred for Arvid, we believe. Well, it has to be. Kindred can only really go one place.
I don't know. I remember on launch I used to play a ADC Kindred.
Just constantly mark the bot lane.
Yeah, just mark AD or support. Any bot lane crab that came up on mark, you just kind of be like, right, come on support, you're following me, let's go. Yeah,
absolutely. And Nocturne's going to lock in, so that's going to cut down the Pantheon flex to 2 rolls, mid and top. So Girl have really got
a nice couple global ults from the side of DSK here. Just be at any fight at any time.
And how insane is it that you just go Seraphine ult into Nocturne ult?
It's really looking like a nice bit of a team fight.
Draven. Welcome to the League of Draven. That's a giga pick from Zab there.
Very, very.
Locking in the Draven. Just saying.
It does concern me personally, as with the Seraphine being picked for DSK, she is such an excellent lane neutralizer.
Yeah.
She can. If you can play the Seraphine well, you can make any lane just force it to go neutral, which isn't really ideal for a Draven.
Yeah, and Prona, we know very well in CoraL, a very strong Seraphine player can have the capability to make that lane go neutral. However, it is up against the famed Zoe Soraka, so we do have 2 infamous supports on their infamous champions. Going to be very, very interesting to see how this one develops.
Reload the MVP vote now. Which support will it be?
that's going to be the new poll for this one. Which support will come out on top? Seraphine or Soraka? As Girl are going to ban away the Kai'Sa and the Tristana. As Cassiopeia...
Always hurts me a little when I'm watching a CoraL game and I see Kai'Sa banned. I just shiver and remember the treatment I got.
What, where it was just permanently banned?
I've never got to play a single game of the only champion I can play well. It's just not fair.
Depression. And Mundo is locked in for Girl. Interesting, so Dr. Mundo not as orientated with the split push. So ONeill this game could be looking more towards grouping with the team, fighting over these objectives.
Really want to see some champions that can deal consistent damage from DSK here, otherwise these team fights are going to be so difficult. Running into the healing of the Soraka, you've got just the delaying of anyone dying from Kindred, and just the pure tankiness and regen of Mundo is just going to be rough.
Yeah, and Ornn is locked into the Mundo. I'm not sure how this...
Pantheon mid then, I think?
Yeah, it has to be Pantheon mid. And honestly, I would love... I mean, if they could play it, I would love to see the Aphelios. I know.
Ran out of a comp very nicely.
Yeah, but it's looking like it's going to be the Misfortune.
I don't know. I think this game is going to be really, really hard for Darkshroud with this draft. They need to win the early game with
what Pantheon
might end up being Misfortune Pantheon bot lane, to be honest. Put Seraphine mid. I think that's how you look to win this game.
I get my Lissandra. May not be the role I wanted, but it's still a Lissandra pick.
I never know. Could pull out the LS tech, put the Soraka mid.
Yeah, absolutely, could be.
But Lissandra, if this Pantheon did end the bot lane, but Lissandra would be really nice into it.
So, yeah.
I don't know. Who are we feeling on this draft one?
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. I'm feeling Darkshroud.
I feel like I have to give it to Girl. I just can't see if this Mundo scales up. I can't see what Darkshroud can do in a team fight to it.
I mean, for me, I'm only edging towards Darkshroud. I'm not 100% putting all my eggs in one basket.
Bit of a fence sitter, are you?
Yeah.
Coward.
No, but the reason why is because it's all completely dependent on what this Misfortune builds. I'm not going to say because they could have the stream open and we don't have the correct stream delay. I'm going to wait until obviously the runes can go and whatever. But I do want to see one specific build path of Misfortune that, you know, that can definitely basically win this game. But yeah, so we have had confirmation. This is on mid.
I'm alright with that, you know?
Into the Lissan. You know what? No, how what? No,
it keeps your Pantheon in a lane where it can try and be effective. I think Lissandra just kind of shuts down everything Pantheon wants to do. So I feel like you have to try and get the Pantheon into a lane it can sort of at least try and run face first into, like it will be with this Mundo.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the Girl is completely what you'd expect. Mundo top, Kindred jungle, Sandra mid, Draven ADC, Soraka bot, and Darkshroud are going with the Pantheon top, Nocturne jungle, Ornn mid lane, Misfortune mid, AD carry, and Seraphine support. Right. See, to me though, the Ornn has consistent ways to get rid of the Mundo passive, whereas Pantheon can go stun. Oh, I can't actually stun you. Yeah, you still get the 3 extra autos with the press the attack or Conqueror, whatever, whichever one you're going to go. Most likely Conqueror for this team.
Into Mundo it has to be Conqueror, anything else, and I feel like it's just Jova.
Yeah, and you start getting a stack of the Conqueror. You get what? Is it 6 stacks of Conqueror? No, you go to 8 stacks of Conqueror, then you get 2 auto attacks and you're at 4 stacks of Conqueror. But Mundo can do anything he wants during that. He could flash away, he can Q you, he can, use his W, he can activate ultimate.
I feel like why I would personally go with the Pound top is just so that you can into the Mundo, you can just kind of free yourself to move and help your Nocturne invade this Kindred.
Yeah.
It gives all on a free scaling lane. There shouldn't be much action in the mid lane. You're just going to get nice and tanky.
But
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, the issue as well is that Darkshroud have got, their main tank in Ornn, but then you have you have a very strong tank shredder in Kindred.
I just don't think we have enough damage Darkshroud going into this game. I just can't. Unless they can completely, Omega snowball it from the first level, I just can't see it happening, unfortunately. I think this is going to be a Swift 2-0.
This has to be an invade coming out from Darkshroud. Anything less, and I think the game is lost. And I know that's putting a very big Debbie Downer, considering at the start I said, the Darkshroud could potentially take it, but thinking about it more and more,
if they switch some champion placements around, I think it could have looked good for them.
What about Ornn top?
Seraphine mid, Ornn top, Pantheon support. That's what I'd have preferred to see this game. Just because of how the champs you've drafted into what you've drafted, it's just kind of what you need to go to try and make sure you get that win.
Yeah,
I'm happy to be proven wrong though.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We'll see.
I mean, it's more so I hope that we're proven wrong. Yeah, it's more so I hope we're proven wrong, because I want to see a third game.
Yeah.
But, looking at it on paper, this is very much in the early game. This Darkshroud really need to get a scruff of this game, and they need to just go, this is our game, and you're playing it at our pace. And if they can dictate the tempo of the game from an early position, then we could see a game 3. But if Girl managed to, Lissandra sacks away for go and rotate for Kindred, Mundo does the same, Soraka is, like Zoe has proven, Soraka is roaming at an absolutely fantastic time.
That is the worry. I know that we know how good Lissandra Wave Clear is, and we know how good Preston is at moving to these plays that his jungler calls. I just feel like it's really rough, and I am not too big of a fan of these runes we're seeing from Misfortune. I have to see the build still, but to start with, I'm not too fond.
Oh no.
Press the attack on the Pantheon as well.
Oh yeah, no, this game. Okay, as much as I don't want to say it, I'm gonna say it now. This game is over.
Just put themselves at a bit of a harder position to start off with.
Yeah.
I feel like any game is winnable from this position. It's just for the individual matchups, I feel like they've made it a lot harder on themselves.
I am never okay. This is my personal opinion, and I must admit, I am very much a stickler for, the past. I'm very reminiscent on Season 8, Season 9 sort of meta. So I am very much a big fan of either lethal tempo or press the attack Misfortune over this new lethality press the attack, not press the attack, first strike stuff. I'm not a fan.
Lethality has its place.
Yeah, and it's not this game.
You have no other consistent tank killing damage source. You need to be going a Kraken build.
Yeah, this is Kraken into Infinity Edge, into Immortal Shield, both for me.
Unless I suppose you're gonna have your Seraphine run by the Andrews.
Yeah. And
but the Ornn support, that works.
And even then, you've got the lethal tempo on the Nocturne, but the Nocturne's job is not to press R and go onto this Mundo. The Nocturne's job is to press R and go onto this Draven, onto this Kindred. Well, probably onto Draven more than Kindred. But, or look at baiting out the Kindred.
For the early top 2v2, the lethal tempo is great. It's going to be what gets maybe a win for the fight, but for the... I don't know, it's just wrong.
Yeah, I
feel like this game's DSK to pull.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Likiem, you're probably going to be like, why is he so critical of me? Well, I'm just not I'm not a fan of all of these types of builds. I think that they are... I don't think that they serve to be what the AD carry should focus on doing.
It might still not be lethality.
It could
be crit with first strike.
Yeah, it could.
It's just you have to let every choice if that's where you're going.
Oh, thank you. Although you're a bit quiet. And... Oh, League is at 10 decibels. What the hell?
Sorry, let me start screaming and creaming on my mic for you guys.
There you go. No, we're back. It should be a bit better.
Very
Is that
nice
better,
trades by Preston early on.
Yeah, I mean, he's even dropping the Ignite.
Dropping the Ignite. Ornn leaving at like 1 HP. It's just rough.
Yeah, and this just gives jungle free.
Early invade by Arvid.
Yeah, and you see
Very nice to see. But it's just the lethal tempo gap.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. The flash Preston.
Back again.
Yeah, but there's the flash by KrispRat. Okay, he's got to pick up
nice
the trade kill.
Something that you really like to see if you're a DSK fan here.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely what you want to see. You know, okay, JungGapp did get invaded and lost out, but I think he got the Gromp reset in the end. I don't think Jungle managed to pick it up.
Neither, yeah, reset, neither take, so that's no mark for Kindred. Actually, can you click on Kindred right now, see if she had a mark on Nocturne for me when she killed him?
Kindred, where are you? Yes.
So that is first mark got, which is not ideal, but hold out hope.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's not over. It's not over at all. But it's just now harder because this Kindred has got the first mark in 3 minutes.
I will say, if I'm the Nocturne here, I'm leaving this Gromp up as long as I can. There's other things I can do on the map right now. I'm going to keep... I know that this Kindred has gone to her bot side here because that's all she has up after that invade. You know where she's going to be. You can keep this mark from respawning on bottom crab, which is more than likely it's going to do now.
Yeah.
And that just...
Yeah, there's a spelling. But I mean, I guess I did not expect the amount of damage that Pantheon can do early to be an issue for this Mundo. Mundo down to a quarter HP in these big trades. But I don't think the mark respawned on the Gromp as Kindred.
Really nice pathing by the Kindred there, though, queuing over the Dragon Pit wall, walking down behind DSK bot lane here. Stacked away, surely we look for a dive.
I mean, sure it has to be jungle.
All sums up, like, we have cleanse.
Yeah, Arvid has been spotted now though. The Nocturne has spotted him out.
No dive. Unfortunately, I think a little bit too greedy taking the Crocs there. I think you see your bot lane with this wave, you just pull the trigger, you run for it. You at the very least are getting exhaust and a flash out.
And you get the heal out.
To regank.
I think you 100% get the heal out at least. There. But I can see why Gil haven't done it, you know, all sums up. Probably thought, no, it's not worth it. We could get locked up by the Seraphine under the tower in a position we don't want to be in. And already, this Draven and Soraka exerting this lane pressure. Zoe on the Soraka, but like you said, Prona on the Seraphine doing a very good job of neutralizing.
Nice and chill. ONeill chilling on 1 HP, doing his thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
you can see now.
If you look, he's there at the top bush, ganking the top lane.
Yeah, and Kindred.
Nice W to stop the run up. Might get the disengage, but he is just getting ran down. The Q slow, flash auto E is just dead. But
never mind.
Very nice move by JungGapp to come. Oh, died to the tower shot anyway.
Died to the tower shot. KrispRat picks up that kill. JungGapp is now going to run down ONeill. Going to get the movement speed from the Q.
No
Sorry
flash.
about that.
Nah, just can't quite get it. Unfortunate. Really.
Fair.
Never mind. His Pantheon has teleport. Doesn't really need to get that unless Pantheon's walking bot lane here, which is questionable choice while his MF is resetting. Not too sure what the plan is here.
Yeah, I think he's going to try and ult in, maybe. Look for the ult when Misfortune returns to lane. But this is just... this is big... Yeah,
wasting time, I think. Like, he's just sat in bot mid brush, like... If he just walks top here, he can keep on exerting what is a lead he has built over this Mundo and just keep on spanking.
Yeah, absolutely. It's Prona going to be forced to flash, and there's the Pantheon ulti coming in. There's the stun onto the Draven, but the Draven's going to cleanse up, and the Soraka is going to land the Q. Give Zab the fattest heal you've ever seen. No kill.
Yeah, I really do not like that by KrispRat. I thought he'd played this game so well up until that point. I feel like he's really just kind of, unfortunately, dropped the ball on how his game should have been going.
he's got the skill-capped challenger guide in his mind, being like, you know, you've got the lead on your lane opponent, now go and impact the map, and it's just...
I think
it's
we're
ruining the
watching
tempo.
too much BDS Adam. We don't need to be there at that time frame.
Yeah, and Middlesticks right
Very
now.
nice
Oh, that's a
engage by
brilliant
Middlesticks,
one.
dropping the Ornn ulti. It might be the solo bolo.
It is.
But Arvid is here.
Yeah, and Preston's just gonna run away. There's the
Unfortunate.
flash, and it doesn't even matter. Zoe on the
and
road.
Zoe's here, of course.
That is, she's just girl at their best, isn't it?
Insane knowledge to know to walk there from base to help out.
Also, extremely sorry for the cranky visuals. Sometimes I do have to go to manual camera because direct to camera would rather watch ONeill try and dive CrispRat whilst taking some platings, compared to the Lissandra almost getting solo killed by the Ornn mid. So, the Negatron cloak coming in for the Ornn, I assume it's going to be an Abyssal Mask first, but I don't like this. I don't, and even if it is, it's Force of Nature, but Force of Nature stinks as an item.
So true, especially into... Yeah, no, I fully agree with you. I don't think either of those items are good for this game. You don't have any actual AP damage to improve on with your Abyssal Mask. Like, that's why you're buying Abyssal Mask, because you have a lot of AP and you're helping out by shredding. Force of Nature, there's 2 bits of guaranteed CC I can see in girls' team, both being Lissandra W and R.
Yeah,
and just better MR options.
Oh my lord, that is just insane from the Kindred. Oh my god, but he's got to flee him out of the Kindred ulti, but it doesn't even matter.
Doesn't even matter.
Yeah, as somehow Darkshroud are winning this, Zabator's going to go down. It's a double kill for Likiem. I'm not even sure what happened there.
What is happening across the map right now?
Yeah, as Zoe is now going to fall as well. Middlesticks on the rotate.
Very good exhaust by Prona there. Honestly, just...
Yeah. Just
Spirit
shut down.
Visage or Force of Nature.
It's Spirit
What's
Visage.
the better
Spirit
last
Visage.
I'm going to be real with you, Chief. They both fucking suck. MR, kind of a rubbish stat right now, unless you can afford to build Abyssal Mask.
Honestly, yeah. But out of the two, Force of Nature right now as an item is awful. As we see
Force
Preston.
of Nature got hard good, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's the ultimate coming down from Preston, but I think it's a little bit overzealous.
Ambitious.
Yeah.
I like that we are still trying, putting out the attempts. Oh, Harvard maybe getting collapsed upon here, though. He is on vision.
Yeah, he is, but Middlesticks is going to use it on
ONeill
ONeill.
just
And that
goes
is...
wrong way, maybe? I'm not too
Yeah.
sure what happened there.
Me neither. As we see Middlesticks, you know, he does bring out some of the good pocket picks. Fiddlesticks mid, you know, Ornn mid.
Really, I wouldn't have guessed that.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, it could be just a name, Middlesticks, you know. Could be nothing to do with League. Could have been just this game attack the entire time. Anyway, as Prona is going to get his recall cancelled. Yeah, it's best of 3.
But so far, game state looking pretty nice for Darkshroud.
Yeah, absolutely.
Zab is running down, unfortunately drops the axe.
Yeah. You know, but he does have that Essence Reaver. So this is now just, I think, Likiem can't really walk up, can't really challenge. And it is the lethality build. Oh my
Goes
God.
to JungGapp.
Yeah, and there's the ultimate. Oh, the flash was just too early, and now Arvid is dead. Oh.
Unfortunate there. KrispRat throwing out for Q, yoinking that one for himself. I'm calling him mean names if I'm JungGapp right now.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't appreciate that from KrispRat. I think you give the kill to JungGapp, gets him some gold in his back pocket. Yeah, okay, it resets his gold value, but...
Never mind. Sorry.
Well,
Not to be nasty, I've just seen Nocturne's build. You don't deserve kills, my friend.
What is so wrong about this?
Lethality. It's just not good, unfortunately. On Nocturne, you do the exact same job, except you can actually live the fight if you go for Stride Breaker.
Yeah, the Stride Breaker is definitely the big thing. As Zab is just going to move to the side of the bullet time, as we missed a solo kill in the top lane, as Zabator picks up the kill in the bot lane.
KrispRat doing exactly what he needs to do this game, though. He is throwing down the business in the top lane, doing what he needed to do, getting ahead.
Hampy, to be quite perfectly honest, we don't know why he's not building Stridebreaker. He's probably building Duskblade because he believes that if he gets the lethality...
Telling off is what he needs.
No, right, personally, I can see potentially the mental calculations working out for this. I think he's thinking that if he ults on top of someone with the lethality and the Duskblade, if he gets the kill, he can go invincible.
We were too busy talking about what's good or not. We just watched missed watching Darkshroud fall apart in the bot lane. Both bot lanes just dying, isolated there.
Yeah.
Rough.
It was a little bit rough, I mean, JungGapp just got collapsed upon. Their bot lane couldn't move. There was a big wave on the tower.
Just Girl doing what they do best. Zoe just moving out, establishing proper vision control, and your own jungle just becoming hostile.
Yeah, and you can't really walk into your own jungle because it's not your jungle. It's Girl's jungle. And
especially if you know that like Zoe has been free to move around the map, either you need to be making sure you're sweeping, which JungGapp just doesn't have at this point. He's still on the yellow ward.
Yeah, and it should always, in my opinion, it should always be around, what is it? Is it like 50? Is it 1 minute 5 or what? No, that's way too late. Like 55 seconds, you drop a ward on either side of the river, which side you're not starting on to see if they invade. You recall, you get a sweeper. I think that's pretty much always it.
It's very much the standard. There are some exceptions to the rule, like sometimes vision is just better, especially with the sweeper nerfs we had quite a few patches ago. Like, there are arguments for wards. This game isn't one of them. I think when you're playing against a team that you know is really, really good and just generally solid at establishing vision control, sweep is necessary.
Yeah. The value of the press the attack here, coming out in a 1v1, is ONeill went from full HP to no HP, as Prona is going to miss the charm.
Oh, my window. Unfortunate by Prona there.
Yeah, and unfortunately he sang Taylor Swift Shake It Off a bit out of tune there.
That's probably me at karaoke there.
As ONeill forced to bin the ultimate so he doesn't die to the to the Pantheon Q. As Preston just got a recall in Middlesticks' face because he is freezing the wave. But, all of these big CS advantages on the side of Girl, other than in the top side, is amounting to a sizable gold lead. Over nearly 3,000 gold, just purely off of CS alone. And should we check?
Once more, Kindred in the enemy jungle. She's hit the 4-stack baseline. She's really enjoying herself this game. Had a bit of a rough couple times of it, but she'll be in it now.
The fact, and I think that is a big strong point for Girl, is just how willing they are to go, you know what, I may have the perfect lane state for myself right now in this matchup, but
I'm playing jungle, my laners are doing this, but I'm in love, What more can you want?
You ain't leaving that team ever, because they're just sacking off perfect wave states for you, as the Force of Nature coming in for Middlesticks. Just a terrible, terrible item. Not for this guy. I mean, I can understand why, as Prona's forced to flash heal. They've got a flash exhaust and a heal. As ONeill TP's in, there is no turret, and JungGapp is here. ONeill is gonna fall.
He hit.
Bro almost got his
TP alive. TP into death.
Yeah, and Zab, there is the cleanse. As Preston's potentially gonna fall down in the mid, but Likiem, the cancelled auto attack from Zab means that Likiem will not fall, but will miss out on this huge wave.
Well played to get the kill on the Seraphine either way, yeah. Forces Zaba back. It's just a really rough time for the bot lane this game.
Absolutely, and Zab is unable to get the tower on this wave, but will be able to get it on the next wave if he opts to stay. As Middlesticks is going to look forward with the dash. There is the... and it's just... Yeah. And the Soraka ult as well coming in. And
gets to stay alive in the aftermath. Gets out the Pantheon ult.
There's the flash.
Does play the flash, but...
I think
it's really just slowly starting to fall apart for Darkshroud now, I feel.
This is the average top lane solo queue experience, I feel.
Gonna keep on progressing more and more into the game. This Pantheon, while he's feeling strong now, he's gonna run into this Lysandra. He's just gonna feel so rough.
There's the charm though, and it comes out. That's so unfortunate. As the Kindred ulti was burnt for that, but 1 for 1, and I think you take that as the Kindred, because was that another mark?
If that's a mark, then you're loving life.
It doesn't come up. The stats don't come
It's
up.
not showing. Damn it.
We'll wait until he respawns to see if that was a mark. But I believe that it was. Because I'm not being funny. If that was not a mark, that is just
Maybe going a little
absolutely
bit too ham for him.
Yeah.
It's not a mark.
That was a bit. Right, let's have a look. See. It was not a mark.
It was not okay. Maybe just feeling himself a little bit too much, but you know what? That's the confidence you want to see in a game like this.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Draven now completed the Infinity Edge. And that is
truck.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna see it very, very soon.
I would prefer to have seen the bot lane rotate into the mid lane by now, if I'm being honest, but honestly, while ever Darkshroud is still answering.
What was that damage? It doesn't matter what's happening on the bot side. The top side is here. JungGapp going in on ONeill, but no anti-heal.
Slaps down.
As the root is going to come down onto ONeill, and there's too much damage to deal with the healing. And ONeill goes down as I realise what I just said made no sense.
What is blood waffling about?
So true, honestly, as Preston's forced to rotate up to his top side.
Pick up the wave, maybe. Oh,
Yeah, and Preston potentially caught out here. He's going to use the ultimate.
very nice ult usage.
Yeah, as he's actually going to get out, and there's the Soraka ultimate's going to come in. Potentially Preston could look for something else. No, it's not enough. And that is unfortunate, but 2 quarter HP. Going to force out the bases, but Girl
Trade
did...
for it, like,
Yeah.
can't be unhappy with that, I don't feel.
Absolutely not unhappy with that at all. I think you're actually more happy with it because you get the tier 2 in the bot side as well. Thanks to Prona's roaming.
Yeah, I feel like we really have to, I don't know, look bottom right corner of our screens with Darkshroud, we're just letting these Trave and Soraka run the map for no reason. Like, the fact that they're even able to walk up and take this tier 2 uncontested is criminal.
How criminal is it that Lissandra has built blighting Jewel and has now moved on to Zhonya's? Because it is just enough. It's because
absolutely stinks.
I know, but how disgusting is it that you can sit on that item with the 13% magic pen? And...
Such a redundant number.
But how is it fair that you can sit on that item? And you've seen the damage that they're doing to Ornn, who built magic resist first, by the way. Like, that should be illegal.
It unfortunately just speaks to the weakness of the item this one has built, and he's still not going for his mythic item second. Like, I'm really not liking this.
I understand that you are... and also, I mean, I understand the plated steel cats for the Kindred and the Draven, but I think that, this is a lot for this Lissandra, and I think it's going to be enough, but there's the Zhonya's.
This is what you want to see from the DSK comp. They have 2 globals. They have ONeill, which is a long-range engage catch tool. Like, they just need to be finding Girl when they take what they do like to do. Ooh, that was close by Prona. Oh Jesus. My god. That was insane.
That's ridiculous.
That is.
As we see now, and then the Kindred's coming in.
I feel like this might be the game. This might be the fight that ends it.
Yeah, and then
Girl just run him down.
I mean,
it's just starting to feel rough for Darkshroud here.
It feels like no matter what they do. I mean, as you said, the Seraphine. Look at what she's building. She's building the Liandry's Torment.
She's building the items she needs to build. Unfortunately, the reality of playing a full AP champion in the support role is you're just starved for resources. You're going to take 20 times longer to get there, especially when you divert into the Blighted Jewel. Like gem, whatever it's called. Can you check the stats on that item? Like how much anti-heal it's done?
Oh, it's only just
0.
been bought. It's just been bought. It has just been bought.
I don't care. It's useless.
Bro does not like LS. Bro thinks LS. Oh, Preston.
I feel like getting your mythic spike, especially when you're opting into such an expensive mythic, is so much more important in a game like this, especially where you're the only source of AP.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is why it should have gone mid lane. I feel like I'm too negative to be with these cats. I'm just
No,
being
no,
mean to
you're
everyone.
you're providing insight,
But
and that's
teams are
the way
playing
you
great.
ask.
It's just I feel like there's some different things you could have done.
Yeah, and
Just
that
to
is
make it
a
lot
big
easier.
engage onto the Ornn, forcing Darkshroud to be on the passive side.
Turn
of things.
around by Darkshroud,
But yeah,
looking
big
lovely.
turnaround. Yeah, as JungGapp's going to pick
not
up
expecting
Preston.
the damage, dies,
Kit is
doesn't
gonna
even press
fall.
his ulti.
Yeah, Draven's down as well. It's going to pick up the return kill onto the Nocturne, but Soraka's going to make it an ONeill.
O'Neill
wasn't even
for
there.
free. Nothing's gonna come of that. Neil's just doing what Neil does in the side lane, whacking away at the towers with Demolish.
And that's what I was on about. You can't stun him when he's about to put Demolish. It doesn't matter. Because you just lose this now. Like, this is why I don't like Pantheon.
This is why in this matchup you need the Conqueror, because it just allows you to take these extended trades and actually be able to compete in them. Which you unfortunately are just not able to do with the Presby attack into a tank matchup.
Yeah, absolutely. Is ONeill now potentially caught out? There's the charm, but oh wait, never mind. Middlesticks is here. I think no, he didn't TP. He was just there. The exhaust is going to come down, and Likiem is.
ONeill taking the pathing of doom to end up there. I really want to know what was going on. Oh,
It looks like thoughts around the Baron or the Mountain Drake, because Ornn is pinging the teleport, saying, I'm going to take my recall, I have a TP, I'm going to take my recall. As the JungGapp's going to go in, Australia onto the backline, as KrispRat is right there, but Preston's got to pick up JungGapp as he goes in. KrispRat's not going to do enough, as Zoe is just going to constantly time. But it doesn't matter, because Ornn's going to do everything else again, as Preston is probably going to fall. No, he's not. The heal's going to come out from the Soraka, and it doesn't matter. This is...
a Kindred.
Yeah, oh, it's just so
what a good
over.
kitten.
What a good kid. But yeah, this is the end, I think, for Darkshroud Girl are gonna... Well, not the end yet. They do have another lifeline, but the Mountain Drake is coming up. This will put Girl on Soul Point.
Soul Point Mountain Drake on this team with
Against
Dark
this
Souls
team.
comp is just so rough. Any other Drake and it's actually, like, maybe winnable.
The most disgusting part is that literally everything that could have fell Girl's way in terms of factors that they couldn't control have fell their way. You know, early Drakes, you know, they got...
It's
they
just,
didn't get the Herald,
it's just
but
a nice dragon combination as well, just to add that a little bit more.
extra damage, extra, is it heal and shield power
Yeah.
from Ocean? Oh no, restore 2.5% missing health every 5 seconds.
That's still, I mean, put that on the Mundo, you're chilling, you know?
Yeah. I mean, that's why the Mundo ulted and then got like 25% of
He's
his
just,
back.
yeah, he's just going where he pleases this game. He's really just having a great, he might have what looks like a bad scoreline, but I'm sure if we got up the stat line at the end of the game, looked at his damage to towers, it would be absolutely ridiculous.
So with a completed anti-healing item, enemy regen reduced to 13. Enemy healing reduced 904. And then for the Seraphine, healing reduced was 677, and the regen reduced was 57.
It's just...
It's such a redundant thing to buy.
In the time of the healing reduced, like, you could have had a completed Leandries on the Seraphine. I'm not going to talk about this Misfortune build because I'm going to get angry, like...
I am as well, don't worry. This is nothing against you, Likiem. I just absolutely despise this build. Again, I will have to reiterate that, as ONeill is going to look to get out, but it doesn't matter. Darkshroud did the biggest collapse
got the
of the
5-man gang banger. He's chilling in the middle of it.
And it doesn't matter, because he'll take the spit roast, because it means that his team get Baron. And, you know, Darkshroud...
Just dragging them all 5 down. It just goes back to the point we had last game, the points we've had early in this game. It's just a complete vision powerhouse by Zoe and Girl.
Yeah.
Darkshroud just, unfortunately, aren't seeing what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely. And no real sort of way for them to control that vision either, because this game, finally, you know, they have 3 Oracle lenses, but I don't want to sound like I know how to use an Oracle Lens efficiently, because I definitely don't, as that is a big root coming out, and only just does the Kindred manage to get the ulti off, and Zabator's going to pick up Prona on the side, but JungGapp's going to yeet himself straight into him, as that's 2 for 1, as Middlesticks is now going to go, a bit
untouched
deep.
in the fight though, he might be able to run it.
Yeah, that's 60% HP misfortune.
It's the Penta.
Is it going to be the Penta? It's the Quadra. Is it going to be the Penta?
Go on, give it.
Go on. Oh, I think he's given up. He's not giving it. The TP's come in from ONeill to the bot side of the map.
See, that's just where we have the issues that show up with Darkshroud's comp of they can get this amazing engage, but they just don't have the continued damage in their team to finish it off, unfortunately.
All of the lethality misfortune damage comes from that bullet time, and if that bullet time whiffs or gets denied any of the resets, such as the Kindred ulti, the Soraka ulti, the Lissandra ulti, it is not a good build to be on, because your auto attacks don't do much, and you have no attack speed other than your W. It's not. Yeah, lethality
the build has its
misfortune
place.
has a place.
Unfortunately, it's not here. ONeill just chilling in the enemy jungle, walks that one off. Unfortunately, we are getting to a point for this Pantheon where he's starting to feel, the passage of time. He's getting old. He's just not doing as much as he was 10 minutes ago.
Like ONeill can do, just like he's doing, he can just build full armor, and he doesn't really feel any damage that Darkshroud is doing to him.
He just walks it off, he whacks the Seraphine for half a health with Heartsteel.
Another kill with that ulti. Good airball by Middlesticks there. But it doesn't matter anyway. He's going to disengage that quite well, but still going to be down to half HP. He's probably going to be forced to base or look to try and just get some form of engage, but there's no point using your Ornhorn until your team is in position, which they're in the best position they're going to be in. You've got to call that Ornhorn in. JungGapp has now been
spotted.
Still
or die, really.
Yeah, it's do or die. There it is.
Got the darkness down, go in now.
Yeah,
it's just too late.
Yeah, too late. The Ornhorn was too late. You have to pull the trigger when JungGapp was close. Well, not close, but was in that really nice position.
Excellently played by Girl there to just see the hesitation, know it's coming, and just capitalize on it and run through.
Yeah, absolutely. And Draven's going to pick up the kills. 15, 3 and 4, 8, 3 and 11 for Girl. Yeah, it's a very,
it's just the
very
Girl
solid
story, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a very solid game by Girl.
Very, very well played in this inaugural tournament of the CoraL League.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very well played by Girl.
Congratulations to Girl for winning.
Fight and batter through all of these rounds they had to get through to get here. Wait, sorry, I'm getting confirmation that's not what happened. Either way,
so true.
Congratulations to both teams, but Girl just came out on top today.
You say congratulations as if they've gone through like the LPL regional gauntlet.
They just suffered against BLG and JDG to get here. They've done well. I'm proud.
Nah, in actuality, though, wow. Congratulations to
honestly, very, very well played.
Very well played from both teams, and thank you very much for 2 absolutely banger games. In a lot of team fights actually went either way, which was very interesting to see, especially sometimes when Girl had a big lead. And thank you, Preston, for dedicating this win to Briar's feet.
Yeah!
the only thing you can dedicate it to. MVP poll. MVP. I think I know who I'm giving it to, but
I know who I'd give it to this game as well.
I
don't want to influence the polls, though.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it has to be Zab.
Yeah.
I like
L9 Draven in the bot lane.
Yeah, Zoe 100% presence on the Soraka. Have absolutely every right to be satisfied. Pick a band every game. But yeah, congratulations to Girl for winning the CoraL League inaugural tournament. I swear unto you, this will be better organised next time. This is my first attempt at running something like this. I know it wasn't long, it was literally just one match, but I am hopefully gonna get to a stage where I am running tournaments consistently after every CoraL season and hopefully starting them a bit earlier than what I did after the end of the last CoraL season.
So I don't get another year-long break. Whoa.
No, you don't get another year-long break. Hopefully, now that I am out of education and I'm actually, you know, going into a steady 9-to-5 job, I will be able to offer you more. I will be able to offer more to actually organising CoraL and ensuring that leagues go ahead and stuff like that. So, anyway, congratulations to Girl. Commiserations to Darkshroud. They will come back stronger, and they will probably in the second tournament. Not sure what we're going to call it yet. We have 3 tournaments to name.
Very much looking forward to seeing Darkshroud in the next league season with how they played in this match
strong.
here.
You know what? I think Darkshroud will probably be in. I'm not sure because I think we're having potentially 2 brackets, where we have the top bracket where it's unlimited, you know, no restrictions, whatever. Go ham, have 5 challenges. And then we've got the lower bracket, which I think we're still looking at confirming the restrictions on that. But I think Darkshroud could be a contender for winner of the lower bracket with how they played today.
Fair enough.
But we will end it there after the poll.
Looking like the fans want a Zoe win.
Oh, Zoe. Yeah. Don't want to be that guy, but top cap. Nah. Nah, it's
That was a very nice Pantheon game by you today, KrispRat. Enjoyed watching it. Unfortunate that it just didn't quite go all the way.
It was a shame that it showed its age towards the 26-minute mark when Draven and Kindred. There you go. I got the name of the character then for some reason.
It skipped on up. Whacked around a little.
It just grew into the game. But yeah, no, and yeah, Draven did Draven things, absolutely. But yeah,
well played nonetheless for everyone.
Yeah, Zoe got 6 MVP votes, and I can definitely see why. I mean, you can make an argument for any member of Girl, really, I think, in that game. But yeah. Anyways, GG's. Thank you everyone for turning up. Thank you very much for coming to join me, Ollie.
That's all good.
And we will hopefully see you all next season.
Toodle pips, folk.